Today we are going to make a reusable duster cover. Hey, I'm Jessie from Belle by Jessie, and today we're going to take an old t-shirt and turn it into a functional cleaning item. You might have one of these handy dusters that you can buy the disposable pads for. These are convenient and easy to use, but I want something that's going to last a little longer and doesn't have to be replaced. I want something I can use, wash, and keep using over and over again. So I'm going to take an old t-shirt and turn it into a new reusable cover. I love to use old t-shirts for cleaning projects and cleaning rags because, number one, I like to have a little cotton in the things I use to clean. It's just my preference. Also, t-shirts typically are fairly durable, but they also usually don't ravel. So I don't have to worry about finishing any of the edges. And that's actually the best part. All right, so you can go to my website to download a free pattern for this, no cost at all. The website is bellebyjessie.com. That's Belle by Jessie. There's an extra E on the Belle, not on the Jessie. Download your reusable duster cover, and then we're gonna make it together. Or if you want to make your own rectangle shaped pattern, I can give you the dimensions real quick. Let's see, I got one cut out here. So it's a little bit more than 7 inches long. And it's 4 3/8 inch wide. This piece is the same 4 3/8 inch wide. And it is about, well, a little less than 6 inches long. So you need these 2 rectangle pieces, and then you need some fabric that's not going to ravel because we are not finishing any of the edges. So what I have is an old t-shirt that was starting to get a little worn out, and then it got stained. Can't get the stains off of it. I have no use for this t-shirt other than turning it into some cleaning rags. So I've got my pattern pieces already cut out. I'm gonna see if I can work on my sewing table right here. And I'm going to just straight up cut these rectangles out of this shirt. All right, so I'm gonna make it fairly flat. I'm not worried about grain line on my knit t-shirt. So this longer one is the one that's going to end up being most of the little frilly parts. You want 3 of those. So I've got my shirt folded. I'm not folded, I've got my shirt laying flat where it's got 2 layers. So I'm gonna cut this out and have 2. Let's see if I can do this here. Of course, you can pin yours. If you've watched any of my videos, you know I like to skip pinning if I can. All right, apparently I can't do it sitting down. Let's see. There we go, now I can reach it. All right, so now I need 1 more of this rectangle and then 1 of the shorter one. They're the same width, so I'm actually gonna cut 2 more and then trim 1 down. And I'm going to just use what I cut out to lay on top of the other fabric. Let's see, can you see that? I did not cut it perfectly. That's fine, we're not worried about being perfect in the sewing room. All right, and I'm gonna lay that along that mostly straight edge I just cut. That'll save me 1 line of cutting. Scoot it down a little bit. I know it doesn't matter because it's a cleaning rag, but I'm gonna try not to cut my stain into my brand new cleaning rag. All right, I can probably cut another one out of this shirt. So let's put that to the side. Okay, so now I have 4 that are exactly the same length. I need 1 that's shorter. So what I'm gonna do is just lay it on top, Make sure I'm only cutting through one layer. And I'm going to shorten one of them. All right, so I have one shorter piece. This is the backing piece. Let's see. So this is the piece that will slide onto your duster. Well, I don't know if you can see that with the white one. Let's put the yellow one on. So this is the piece that will slide onto your duster, and then the front part with all the fringes is a little bit longer. So you only need one piece that's shorter. All right, what we're gonna do first is a stitch line right down the center. I'm not gonna measure it, I'm just gonna eyeball it. If you wanna measure it, please feel free to do so. We're gonna back stitch it top and bottom and just go straight down the center through all 4 layers, ending at the bottom of that backing piece. You don't have to be all the way to the cut edge. That's fine to come in 1/4 of an inch or even more than that if you need to get started. All right, now we're gonna sew our little channels that the actual duster handle is going to slide into. So this only needs to go through 2 layers. So what I'm gonna do is pinch my backing plus the next layer, and then I'm gonna fold the other layers out of the way. So I know it's not gonna lay perfectly flat, that's fine, but we're gonna stitch a parallel stitch line here, and it does need to be pretty close to 3/4 of an inch, that little channel that you're sewing. I found on some of my other ones, if you make it a little bit bigger, it's fine for dusting things that are upright, but if you turn your duster over, it may slide off. So this 3/4 of an inch is gonna make it fit a little bit more snugly so that it stays put better. All right, so I'm gonna get my hem tape. So I'm not eyeballing this time. I'm gonna try to measure as I go along. Again, you don't have to start your stitches right at the end of the cut piece of fabric. Come in some, but we're gonna back stitch it top and bottom, going through just 2 layers, 3/4 of an inch. My machine obviously is an industrial machine, but this particular one does not have a back stitch. So in order to create that extra reinforcement at the ends of the seams, I have to stitch and then stitch over it again. So you do see me reaching for my hand wheel quite often, and you may not need to touch your hand wheel while you're doing this project. All right, so I need a parallel seam on the other side as well. So I'm gonna pick up my backing and 1 layer. I'm gonna flip those other layers to the opposite side, and I'm gonna turn my duster upside down just because it's easier for me to stitch on that side. So same thing, I want a parallel line, 3/4 of an inch. We wanna stay pretty close to that 3/4 of an inch, and we wanna back stitch at both ends. That is all the stitching we need. Now we get to cut the little strips to make all the little fluffy ruffle parts. So I have found in the ones that I have made, it does work a little better if you cut each layer individually. If you cut through all 4 at the same time, they seem like they want to kind of hug and stay together instead of separating out, so you have a little more surface to dust with. So I'm going to stick my scissors and slide them just under each layer, and I'm going to cut slits without cutting through the stitch lines. And my little fringe is going to be about 1/2 inch or so. I'm not going to measure. I'm not going to try to be. Just so I'm going to eyeball it and make those little slits all the way up. And then I'm going to just move that out of the way and do the next layer. And we're going to repeat this on both sides through all the layers. You know, and I forgot to mention this. If when you're making your parallel seams, you forgot and stitched through all 4 layers, don't throw it away. It will still work. It just won't be quite as frilly and fluffy. I'll show you when I did that on. So it'll be more flat. It won't have all the ruffles, all the layers on the outside, but it'll still work. So if you did that, that's okay. Keep going and make another one. All right, I've got one side done. You may see a little bit of pieces falling apart. They should just be a little bit of cut pieces. It shouldn't be raveling for you. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. And I'm done cutting. So there we go. Let's put it on the handle and see how it looks. All right, you can roll it, fluff it out a little bit. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's holding on there. All right, I'm ready to go do some dusting. I'm Jessie from Belle by Jessie again, and I had so much fun working on this project with you. Please subscribe so you don't miss any of the DIY projects, sewing patterns, or general fun that we have here in the sewing room. And I look forward to making something with you again soon.
And also like and subscribe. Yeah, so like and subscribe.
Thanks, boys.